Hello, welcome to my channel. This is my Dare to Win save with Blackburn Rovers. Season 10 this is. We're in the Premiership. We finished third last season. I think it was third. It was a long time ago. And yeah, we're looking good this season. I've managed to hold on to nearly all my players. None of my main guys have gone. A lot of these have gone out on loan. Okay, Powell went. That was if you remember, that was a fullback I said I should have played more and didn't on the review of last season. Well, Atletico Madrid came in, made an offer, and I'm not going to play him anymore because he's gone. So that was fine. The rest of them, men, there's no real big names here. This is all sort of squad players that weren't even getting a game, or they were out on loan last season. They're mostly gone out on loan again this season. Soto's gone out on loan just with a view to selling him, but he did the same last season and the season before. Dylan Watson, I've just sold him for 24 million. That's the striker that wanted to be an important player on contract renewals, and I'm amazed how much value he's got, to be honest. So that's gone out, and we've brought a couple of players in. I've strengthened the defence. I brought Andy Harwood in as a defender left. It's probably one of the oldest players I've ever purchased in this save. And yeah, he's going to do a job for us. He's going to be mainly cover, but he could play a few positions. And Carlos Eduardo, he came up as one of my scout searches, or one of my scout missions. I don't get involved in the scouting. That's done by the director of football and technical director and all of that. They sort all of that out. I leave them to it, and I just look at the players they recommend. And this was one, and I looked at him, I thought, yeah, he ticks all the boxes, doesn't he? You know, he's a midfield player. He can play in a couple of positions, so no brainer really. I needed a little bit more flexibility in the midfield for covering injuries and whatnot. The bad news is I'm about to start the season at home to West Ham, and 4 of my first team players are on international duty until tomorrow, which is great. I think they're all coming back on the 8th. Yep. So yeah, not the best. Finance wise, we've got a bit of money, not a lot. We're not a rich club. I've got loads of transfer budget left. I'm not going to buy unless I sell. So, you know, because otherwise the club just gets bankrupt, and then it's a fool's game, isn't it? You're not going to do anything like that. So that's where we're at. Club vision is this season, we've got to reach the UEFA Champions League proper. So that's going to be difficult, I think. Although we played a friendly against PSG and beat them 2-0. Who knows? You never know. That might be a sign. Record a Premier Division top half finish, so I'm hoping to actually qualify for Europe again, but I haven't told him that. Reach the latter stages of the FA Cup and reach the latter stages of the Carabao Cup, and we are the reigning Carabao Cup champions. So yeah, work within the wage budget, we always do. Increase commercial revenue. I don't buy big name players, so that's quite difficult. So unless I sign somebody that the fans absolutely adore, it is difficult. But anyway, and minimum of 4-year contracts for first team players, which is pretty much a given. I try to get as much as I can out of them. So that's pretty much a catch up. We're at home to West Ham. Leicester had a cracking start to the season. They thumped Nottingham Forest 5-0. And Chelsea are winning this season as well under their new manager. I didn't even get an interview in the end. Okay, they've gone with Frank Lampard. That's fine. Carry on. That's where we're at. The team's already been picked, so it's Nikolic in goal. Ellison, Bichabel, Furlan, Dalton, Kukolj across the back 4. No changes there. Watson, Eduardo and Trifkovic in the midfield. All new look midfield there. Watson was a bit part player last season. I'm expecting him to be similar this season when I get all of these guys back okay, because Minono, Firioli and Lavinho are all first team players, and these 2 guys are in their position at the moment. Calamai back from injury is out wide left, Hansen wide right, and Ruiz up front. We've had a couple of offers for Ruiz from Man City. He doesn't want to go to Man City, he wants to go to Rennes in France. So fair play to him. You know, I'm going to keep hold of him as long as I can, and if I sell him, I'm going to get lots of money to replace him with anyway. So I've got some players here that are pushing. Allingham, I think I'm probably going to have to let go. Phillips, I'm trying to get rid of. Nobody wants him. And yeah, I know I've brought Longdon up from the youth just to try and get him a bit of playing time and see if he can do a job for us. He's got quite a good value, so I'm guessing he should be a goodish player, and we'll see how that goes this season. So I've only selected 8 substitutes because I haven't got enough. So I did the squad numbers at start of season, all nice and neat, and now I've added players because I've got people on international duty that I can't do anything about. So that's that. So we're going to go to the match. No change to the tactics. Okay, so tactics are exactly the same as last season. We did well. We did very well last season, finishing 3rd, I've got to be honest. We were solid right the way through, and hopefully we're going to carry on with that today. So let's get on with it. Let's see what this new season holds for us. good European run would be nice. I'd like to get some money in. I'm struggling again. I'm struggling to compete for the top players. I had my eye on a few players I was hoping I could sort of pick up sneakily without anyone noticing. But I get outbid by all the top teams in all of the leagues, and I just can't. Even if my bid's better than theirs, they opt to go to Real Madrid or Barcelona. And yeah, so that's a problem. But Callum, I picked that up lovely, and he's through, and he gets the first goal of the new season for us. Lovely. He really come on last season. I got to be honest, he was one of them that I thought I might sell. I actually had an offer off Tottenham for him for 99 million. Accepted it, and he turned him down. So, you know, we are. Oh, that was a bit lucky. Double deflection, put it in, but hey. 1-0 up, and hopefully that'll do. I'm happy for the game to end 1-0. Still 3 points, isn't it? And if we win every game 1-0, we will win the league. But yeah, I was quite chuffed. That's a few of my players that have been poached by, or approached, rather, I should say, by other teams. And I've accepted silly offers for it. I mean, they were offering something like 78 million up front, and with all the add-ons, it was like 99 million. Hence, that's what his value is now. And he turned it down. So I have no intention of forcing anybody out. You know, these are my players. Thought that snuck in there on the post then, but the keeper's been absolutely phenomenal through pre-season. So yeah, all my players, you can tell I'm not one to get rid of players too much. They're mainly, even now I've got youth players I should really be getting moving on, and they're going out on loan in the hope that they find some form and develop some skills. And that's a worry. It's 1-1. It's disappointing, but we'll encourage. I was hoping we'd be quite solid at the back this season. I've tried to strengthen, but it's very difficult to get the top quality players. And of course, they have to match the criteria I'm looking for, in that they have to be 6 foot plus. Their physical stats have to be superb. Basically, there can't be any white in it, or they're not. I'm not interested. So yeah, 1-1. And they have to be able to head the ball in the back. Even if they're full-backs, I expect them to be able to head the ball. So yeah, we'll see. It's 1-1. We're doing okay. We're not really West Ham. It's a little bit worrying on the XG. We'll give them a bit of a kick up the butt at half-time. They have played better than this through close season, but it's always difficult to gauge through close season. And of course, I'm not at full strength today. I'm amazed that with 4 people on international duty, that I've not been given the option to, and I meant to give him a bit of a thrashing, didn't I? So we'll do it the other way. So yeah, I'm a bit surprised that we didn't get the option to postpone the game, but I guess first game of the season, that's not come into effect yet. So we're going to demand more. And as you'll see, I'm moving away from Mazzala's. I played him last year. I don't want to just stagnate with one formation. Well, the formation very rarely changes because it's what the players are used to playing, but the positions I try to play to the strength of the players I've got. So I know a couple of the players I've brought in, one wants to play attacking wing back, one wants to play advanced playmaker, that's young Eduardo, and this is through, and Hanson's got a score here. Oh, keeper made the save. Disappointed with that. I thought we were in with a shout, but good corner in. We didn't get near it, did we? So Bichiabu started finding the net through close season. Last season he missed more than he scored with, but he started doing it. Furlong Dalton's on the back post, Bichiabu on the front. And that's a good clearance by Bichiabu from one of our corners, I must say. He got into that near post position and kicked the ball clear perfectly. Don't understand that at all. So we're getting on to 62. We really don't want to be dropping points in the start of the season. West Ham are expected to finish mid-table. I think we're sort of on 9th, so around mid-table as well is what they're predicting. But we were predicted to, oh that's beautiful, predicted to stave off relegation last season, and we finished 3rd, you know. So, and he's through, and that's a penalty. That has to be a penalty, referee. He was through on goal and he got totally kicked off his feet. And if it's not a free kick, if it's not a penalty, I'm gonna want to know why I wasn't allowed to carry on and score the goal. Of course, it was a penalty. Never in doubt. So who's stepping up this season to take penalties? It's Ellison. Oh, and it's a red card. Goodbye. It's Hansen. That's fine. And he's buried that down the middle, hasn't he? That's 2-1. I'm expecting now that we see this through, to be honest. 2-1 up, player up. I would expect us to do quite well. And virtually straight down the middle. Waiting for the goalkeeper to move. Pablo Ruiz is doing his usual, I don't want to play football tactic, so that's fine. We'll make some changes because I want to get this guy here. I brought him as a striker because that's what he is, and he didn't really perform at all last season. Now he's 24. He's not really going to develop anymore. He needs to start putting the effort in. So you're going to get first look at Mr. Harwood. Longdon is basically just super cover. If I'm really struggling for a player, he's only in today because I haven't got enough players to make up the numbers. So yeah, he is. I'm going to give Ellison a rest, give Angrasola a bit of a run out. I want to get Teklik on. They're playing well, but we'll bring him on for Hansen because I've got to remember to keep these players fit this season, which I was maybe a bit negligent about at times last season. But we've got to try and rotate and keep everybody at match sharpness up. And yeah, 2-1, 74 minutes gone. And I thought the keeper was going to pull that down and into the net. That was a good free kick and a good save. And Calamai, let's get that corner in, my boy. Back post, Bitshiabu's on the back that side, but no good. And yeah, 2-1. Let's see this through, guys. I'm going to praise him. Don't normally do that unless we're 2-0 up, but that'll do. Keep him going. Furlong Dalton still wants to go, hence he's not happy with anything I do or say. And we've started the season with a win, guys. That's very important. And that's going to set us up well. Outstretched arms, very well done. We weren't at our best. And that's fine. So that's first game under our belts. We will be back for our next game, which we'll have a look quickly before I go. Southampton at home. So only one bit of news on transfers. That's Ashley Phillips. He's gone on loan to Rangers. They will be looking to buy him, I hope, at the end of this season so that he's gone. I'm quite chuffed. We've still only shown a 3 million deficit in transfers. A little bit more last season, but you know, we do have to build the squad, I guess. And on a positive point as well, we've got all our players back for the Olympics. So we've been able to pick a full team today. And it's Nikolic in goal, Ellison, Bitshiabu, Furlong, Dalton, Kukolj, across a back four. Lavino, Menino and Trifkovic, our normal midfield trio, are back in and in action. Calamai, Hansen and Ruiz are our attacking three options. Joel was second highest top scorer in the Olympics for Spain. Smacked in a fair few goals. I don't know if this will show you what he's got. Olympic games, 5 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist. Quality player. Just needs to start doing it for us. So we're back to full strength. Alright, so we owe Southampton for what happened last time apparently. And hopefully, second home game of the season, we're going to put on a show today. I'm looking at the crowd in the background there. We look like our attendance, considering this is only Southampton. I'm quite chuffed with a full house. Maybe they know something I haven't seen yet. Nonto, there's a player from my past. And that's good tackling again, but again it goes back to the opposition and they're through on goal. Cracking save by the goalie. Well cleared, Hansen picks it up. I wish sometimes when you had a tackle you would actually pick up the turnover instead of just complete. And that's a cracking goal there from Lavino. Welcome back. Oh, it's Ruiz. I thought it was Lavino. Welcome back. Oh, he was quiet first game. I substituted him after the hour. What a cracking goal that was. And if he's going to score... if he's going to start scoring goals like that, guys, I'm going to have to start charging you attendance fees, I'm afraid, because that was a phenomenal finish from a phenomenal player. I've had more offers, by the way, for Hansen. Didn't want to go, which is good. Brighton are really after him, and that's a good effort from Calamai. Wow, tip round a post by one of my old goalkeepers, Mr. Boyce Clark. And it's good to see that a number of my players are actually making it for other Premiership teams, and I thought that had rippled the net then. So yeah, Mr. Boyce Clark's one of my old guys. Nonto's one of my old guys. Nice to see him. Just as long as they don't make it a bad occasion. I know that's a good header by Ruiz, but nobody running off him, which is no surprise as he's our furthest forward player. Hansen's good interception and then gave it away. I'd like to see us winning more. And Kukoc got muscled off the ball. Nonto's in behind us and it's offside. I thought, what the goalie had done then. I'm not too... Oh, he's going to get sent. You're having a laugh, referee. What? Absolute bag of... So, we're up against it now then, just at half time. I didn't really see the challenge. It looked absolutely nothing. So we need to rally and try and make sure we don't throw this away. I'm not going to not stay positive, because if I change it down, I always end up losing. So we might as well stay at the top gear and see if we can go on and get the win. And that's cracking play by Ellets, and a lovely pass back to one of their players. Bloody blooming tackles do my head in. So we're up to the hour mark. We're doing okay. We're still holding it on. Trifkovic, Elletson, Lavino playing a little bit further forward than normal. I may well on the hour bring him off and bring young Eduardo on, who wants to be an advanced playmaker. So I think it's Eduardo. I'll have to check his name. He's another of my new players. It'll take me 3 seasons to remember his name, and another 2 to pronounce it properly. That's why I never change teams that often. This is only the second team in the 10th season. So some nice play here. Lavino picks it up. Trifkovic. Oh, he's held the man off well there. Back to Elletson. Elletson gets it through. Come on, guys. Let's be a little bit more decisive with these forward pattern. We've given it away. And that's a good tackle by Hansen. And for once the ball stayed with us. And Ruiz, I thought he was going to ripple the net with that one. So we're going to make a quick change, guys. Lavino is more... Oh, what did I do? Undo that. Sorry, my mouse is playing up again and I need to... So we're going to put Carlos Eduardo on. He wants to play advanced playmaker. It gives him a little bit of playing time as well. Lavino is mainly my defensive midfielder. He doesn't play anywhere else. So, unless he really has to. But we've got the bodies there, so let's have a look at them. I still can't believe Menino got sent off, I've got to be honest. Eduardo straight away driving into the midfield. Calamai gave it away. And that's over the top and they're through, and I need my goalie to be amazing here, and Nonto's topped it in at the back post. That really is disappointing. Oh, referee, there was no way it was a red card. Absolutely no way. Bitter? Not at all. Not at all. Frustrated is the word. Very frustrated. So we're going to make some more changes here. Get some fresh bodies on. See if we can't get a little bit more on the go. 6.4. Mr. Elletson's not playing very well, so we give Criterio a run out there. Bitshabu's not playing so well. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Amada for Ruiz. I'm really going to be pushing my all my squad to perform this season. That's cracking header away by Angrasola, and Hansen's got it. I wish he played that infield there a little bit to keep the attack going rather than having to turn back on himself. But Criterio back to Hansen. Plays it through behind for Amada now. And he stood up and he's got the goal. He's the one that I was expecting to come really good right from the off. He had an awesome pre-season when I signed him and then did nothing. You know, he didn't turn up. It was always 6s and 6.2s when he was playing for us. But this 75 minutes gone, he's given us the lead. Cracking run in behind and a lovely finish there. Lovely little dink over the keeper into the far corner. And hopefully we can keep this going and give Ruiz a bit of a run for his money. And we can rake some money in for him because there's a lot of clubs interested. Oh, that's a giveaway. And they're in behind. This is a worry. And that's well played, lads. But they picked up the clearance. Come on, block, 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 block. Long shot. And oh, that's gone in. Ow. So we're going to have to demand more. And win or lose, I'll probably end up losing. We're going to go attacking now for the rest of the game. This is a cracking shot, mind. I thought it had gone wide or the keeper had got an hand on it and pushed it wide. But it took a deflection. That's what done the keeper. Took a deflection. Okay. So we're 2-2 with the player sent off. I suppose I'm going to have to put up with that. Disappointed. Because I think we're in with a shout this season. This team, I know the bookies don't have us that far up at winning anything or much hope of winning anything at all, but they were the same last season. We had a Carabao Cup and third in the league. I'm hoping to, and there's Almada again with his second goal, and that'll do. That will do. We can end the game now. 3-2 up. 10 men this is playing against Southampton. And it's still quite a youthful team, but I honestly think this season we are in with a shout. I really do. And that's a lovely play by Criteru and into Amado, who tucked it away at the near post. 3-2 against Southampton. We've got to be picking up points against these teams, not dropping them. And this is a 2-match winning start to the season, hopefully, and it is. I feared the worst. I have to be honest, I feared the worst. By the time you come back, that's the end of this episode. By the time you come back, we'll go and have a look. We're sitting nicely in third. I honestly think we're in with a shout this season, guys. I'll probably end up eating my words at the end of it, but I honestly do. Schedule-wise, we've got to be slotting European Cup in here somewhere. I'm not sure when it starts. I think it's around about September time that's going to start. Depending on who we draw, I'm only going to pick the top games, otherwise it just gets silly. So we're going to be looking at maybe coming back. We got Burnley, Liverpool, Arsenal. Oh, there's a nice 2 games. If we're still in with a shout after this, we're going to do well. Stoke, Man City, Carabao Cup we're probably not going to bother with till the later rounds. So it's going to be sort of around Man City European Cup-ish. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave us a like. Don't forget to knock a little subscription out for us so that you can see when I'm on. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.